Okay, gonna work on this little steampunky radio scene with the penguin and all that shit. I got all my Bic lighter parts, hey? Because I need some reel-to-reel thingies for doing some computers. So, yeah, hang on to all those disposable lighters, those Bic lighters and shit, hey? Because you can take them apart. I mean, all you need is a pair of pliers, you know? I mean, oh yeah, okay. Take your pliers first and go nip on your finger because you're going to pinch yourself. You're going to probably hurt yourself. Probably actually take your little pocket knife and give yourself a good cut. Yeah. Then you're done, eh? Then just go ahead and take all those things apart and save them because actually, this is what you need to do. One of these. Yeah, get one of these and give yourself a good nip. God dang, I've done that a couple times. Oh, jeez. Oh, actually, the best one I did was, what the hell was that? Those were pruning shears. Oh yeah, what the hell was I cutting? My trees, wooden dowels. I was cutting wooden dowels, you know, and well, it's, you know, it's sticks like this. Okay, so I'm making 200 of them. So yeah. Pruning shears work pretty good for cutting those, right? Because you're cutting little sticks with pruning shears. So that's what I'm cutting with those, eh? Not paying attention. Cut a nice big V into my palm of my hand. Oh. Anyways, after you do that a couple times, yeah, then you're a little bit more safer. Yeah, you don't quite, well, a little bit. After you do that a couple more times, yeah, you're a lot more cautious. A lot more cautious. Yeah. Nippy, nippy, nippy. Nippy, nippy, nippy. Go, go. Steve Show. What are you doing? The heck out of there. You tell that is way too. Oh, come on, Toby, and don't play with the pens. Okay. Here we go. So I'm working on this little box again. What am I looking at? Oh, there. Yeah. See? That's my little camera guy. So I put eyeballs on him, eh, just so that he had a mouth too, but the mouth fell off. So this is a thriving metropolis of 150-mile house. There's the house. This is what the view has been like most of the way. But we're coming up to the big mall, so clean the windows for you so that you can actually see the big shopping center here. This is one of the bigger shopping malls I've been at. There it is. Mall. That's it. Wash Road. That's it. The shopping district. Christmas decorations it was a hell of a party last night. Obviously, old Santa Claus over there was partying with the princess, eh? There's the princess's castle. It looks like old Santa Claus here, he, got home last night, whipped off his jacket and hat and stuff, stepped on the snowman, tripped over his tent and fucking crashed on the roof. Yeah, he's done until Christmas. Oh, heck of a party. After the
Williams Lake scrap iron.
Williams Lake scrap iron business. They don't look like they have much scrap iron. There's a friggin' pile of logs, eh? That is one big pile of logs. Oh, I see the stabilizer is working really good. Here we go. So I'm working on this little box again. And I've got it sitting down here so that I can see it on this other camera, which you can't see, but we will lower this down so that you can see this. Yes, we'll lower it down a little bit more so that you can see it even better. How is that? Off kilter. Close enough. No, it's not. It's got to be perfect because it'll bug us. Stupid camera. What? Thing. There. Okay, you can see part of the face. Cool. Can we still see it? Oh, that's perfect. Hey, perfect. I don't know about the lighting, but close enough. So, on the thing, I've put on the brown crushed rock. You know, I took a brick, and you know, I powdered. Well, I showed you. Never mind. Anyways, so we've got our coating on here. It's just a light coating of the brick dust and glue. I probably should have used goop because goop fills in all the little voids. Hey, you know, it gives it sort of like a rubbery coating or a nice coating. Glue works, which is what I did on here. I just used glue and paint and a little bit of plaster dust just to give it some texture. Only because I didn't go outside to get my, well, actually I let my freaking caulking freeze on me, which, yeah. So anyways, it's cheap stuff. It's only $1.99 or something like that for a tube of it. I've glued these down. Balsa wood. I've only given them a stain with a wash. I just took a toothbrush and some black paint, you know, black wash paint. Give them some so they look weathered. Makes them warp a little bit too, which is kind of nice. And then after, I'll coat them down with something like with a little bit of white glue washed into it, and it'll permeate and toughen up the board a lot. It's kind of like a sealer or whatever. So that should work. So I'm going to work on you know, sort of a stand in here for my little guy to, you know, some machinery workings. So what I did was I found a box of, you know, well, I didn't find a whole box. I've collected a whole box of gears and motors and hoobies. So let me go get those and we will make something on here. That's hilarious. Oh, no, never mind. So, a little scotch. My wife bought me one for my birthday. Excellent. I'm an old fart now. Yeah, 50. Actually, that's not old, eh? The more of us who get to 50, I mean, the more we realize that it's not very old. Man, when I was a kid, 50 was ancient. Holy shit. I didn't even think I was going to make her to 30. Yeah, the year 2000. Yeah, didn't think I was going to make that. Now here we are, 2012 almost. It's almost time for the end of the world, and wow, I'm still here. Holy shit. Hence the scotch. But, oh, yeah, new grandbaby. Yeah, that's excellent. A little granddaughter. Excellent, excellent. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. Yeah. First girl on my line down. So here's a little bit on flocking. Hey, here's a little tree, you know, and this is just one of those wire twist trees I use for flocking those. There's two different types. Hey, there's one that's called foliage. Well, I'm dropping this all over my keyboard for you. And work over a piece of paper, because I mean this stuff is kind of glued on and it falls off, but you can always save the stuff that falls off, and you know, a little bit of spray fixative and sprinkle that on and save it, hey? Or you sprinkle it underneath the tree, just around the base of the tree, and it makes it look like a few leaves have fallen off, you know, because it's the right color, the right shade. Sometimes shade color really makes a difference, hey? So anyways, this stuff is called foliage. Foliage. And it comes, you can see this is a fall color. You know, it comes in all different colors, and there's a couple different companies that make it. This is Woodland Scenics, but pretty much what it is, it's like a rock wool, a flattened rock wool with this textured flocking little bits of styrofoamy bits that are mixed in with it, eh? which it sounds easier to make than it is, eh? So you just fluff it up, you know, pull it apart a little bit, and you have a little dab of glues on your things, and you pretty much stick it on, eh? You know, and if you work with small bits and a little bit of fixative glue, and then it, you know, you can make a really nice realistic effect, eh? If you're doing it for game terrain, you know, use a fair amount of glue and just get her on there so that it stays, eh? With this, speech impediment again. Anyways, the wire bits on here, lots of times I'll feed them through and then kind of tie them on, then it kind of really stays on. Plus you see little bits of the branches kind of through the tree, which looks good. This other stuff, it's like their clump. I don't know what it's called, clump. Yeah, it's usually a clump, but this is a sort of a bigger, thicker clump stuff, and it's like foliage too, eh? And it comes in fairly big clumps, eh? And these pieces you can, you know, you can pretty much just glue in, eh? Glue on the tree. So for foliage, that's the stuff I like using, is this stuff. Now, bigger trees, you know, there's depends on what you're doing, eh? Of course, if you're doing like a diorama-ish type thing, see if I can find my. I've got a couple of these thingies that I use. They're hole punches, hey, but they punch out leaf shapes. Anyway, can't find it. Anyways, you know, it's a hole punch, eh, and they'll punch out leaves. So I've got a maple leaf one, and I've got a regular type leaf one. Oh, it's a hammer. Oh no, it's not. It's a saw. What the heck? Ah! Yow! One moment, please. Okay, here's that, you know, the inside now of this diorama that I'm working on, eh? I found these in an old computer disk drive. The blue one's really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them on here, eh? And I've got a little motor piece there and a bunch of gears and stuff, so it should turn and that thing should spin on there. I got these at the hobby store, eh? A little bag of various piping and stuff, eh? That's where I came across most of that. There's my little, or what's left of my cell phone. It was a cheap cell phone anyways. This here I just painted, eh? The dial, that's just a part of a Bic lighter. Actually, that's the other half of this piece. Those are just screws. Oops, there we go. That's the microphone out of the cell phone. That's just a spring out of a Bic lighter on over top of a piece of this copper wire. And that's one of the valve things out of the Bic lighter too. Anyways, Ronnie's freaking out. So, I'm just going to kind of work on this thing here a little bit today. This is what I started with, actually, was this old phone. It looked kind of like, you know, like a miniature city type thing to me, eh? Like a factory type thing. So I was going to put it on a couple sawhorses and have, you know, a couple characters playing a war game, eh? You know, he looked like he was about to shake dice at this point, eh? Over here he looks like he's ranting. Well, you just go. Yeah. Please do not adjust your set. I don't know why I don't set these things up beforehand, but I don't know. I enjoy the jerkiness, I guess. Oh, I've got a flu bug. I've been sick now for, oh, well, geez, pretty much since I put that last video up, eh? Oh, it sucks. So I'm just working on finding little pieces and stuff for doing. Oh, yeah, this cell phone still works. Anyways, still works. Just needs the batteries charged up. So I was thinking, actually, since this one does video and it's got a camera on it, I was going to use it for maybe a drive-in theater or something. Don't know. Anyways, the plan was toast and the phone was screwing up. I like all the little micro switches and stuff on these things, so I always steal them. Yeah, what's on in here? Ooh, jeez, that was close. This is one of those shockers, eh? It was an old skull, and the eyes lit up, and it went, but boy, it gives you a good zap. Can't remember how it worked, though. There's a switch there. Yeah, okay, that's how it works. Oh, shut up now. Scared to set it down. Oh, it's waiting to get zapped. Oh, man. Anyways, it gives a really good zap, so I was thinking on using it for hobbying. Anyways, we'll put that back in there. Just leave it as is for now. Okay, yeah, that's a dangerous container. Let's just leave that container, and we'll play with different stuffs. Yeah, I don't feel like, oh god, getting shocked again. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue some of this stuff in place. This is that piece off of, I think it was off a, well, it's off a computer part, or, yeah, it's definitely off a computer or something. So I'm going to glue that down there. Leave room for the batteries. Should probably drill a hole through this so I can run wires down. Might do wires inside here on something, you know, because I could put a battery pack in the bottom of something like, you know, a cabinet, hey. Glued rocks in the bottom of this because I needed some weight to keep the stupid thing down. It was too top heavy. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm going to glue these pieces down in place, and I'm going to glue this little piece on there, which is going to off these gears. Off these gears. That really explains a lot, doesn't it? Anyways, I'm going to stick it there, and it's going to turn this off that gear. But now I have to find little bolts for this, because I need to bolt that onto this little piece here. My camera was falling over for a minute there. It was sitting on a little rock, and all of a sudden it goes book, book, book. Freaked me right out. Anyways, I still got my cold there. Plus it's that season, you know, there's Christmas parties and there's so much crap going on, eh? Gee, I got no friggin' time. Mostly though, I'm sick. So I haven't really felt like doing much of anything. And then last night my wife had an asthma attack, so I'm kind of stressed out right now, because then she buggers off first thing this morning. God dang it. You know, Christmas ain't that important. Girls. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Back out just a bit. There we go. So what I want to do is I need to fix this end of this wheel, okay, so that when the motor's spinning, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hop out. And I was going to use this little hoopy that I found. Can you see? It's kind of cool. Don't know what it came off of. I got two of them. But I was going to try using this piece off the you know, CD changer type thingy, and then hook a spring to it. Then it would add some tension to this and keep it down there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a piece of stick like this. And then I'll put a spring from the side there, and then that'll keep tension on it. Because I think it needs tension. But step one is to make something to put the thing on. So, which is what I'm doing here. And I want this shit on there. Which means it has to be cut at that height. I need two of them. Shit. No, I don't. These are good saws for that kind of stuff, hey? These little razor saws. You can get these blades in all different sizes, hey? You know, for most stuff, this little one is probably the best. They've got nice big deep ones, you know, like right up to an inch, inch and a half, but seriously, you gotta treat those things with kid gloves. You have to be, you know, use it only on your nice wood. Immediately put it away in the nice, you know, someplace where the blade is safe. Don't leave it on your thing, because you don't want it sitting down like this and bending. You don't want to bend that blade at all, because once you bend that blade, man, it's pretty much toast, eh? So that's why these little ones, the narrower blade, they're a little bit tougher, because you can see it's reinforced at the back, so there's not that much here to bend. Yeah. And then they come in all different types of teeth, eh? This is an X-Acto, but there is other companies that make the blades. I've seen them. Yeah, I've got one of these things here too. Works pretty good, but not so much for the short blades, eh? You can beef it up, put in a board. You should do that anyways, hey, because that metal down there is really hard on the teeth. So you can do it this way. Cut part with 3. Hopefully those two line up. They do. That should be nice and straight. Yeah, the reason why I like these is because I'm a junky kind of guy, so I don't take the blade off every time. I just kind of set it down somewhere. Hopefully the cat doesn't step on it. Mao, what are you doing over here already? Dang it. Okay, just a minute and I'll get you a spot. Toby's back. My wife, she's been home the last couple of days, hey? Well, like I told you, the asthma is acting up, but she's learning to appreciate working around the cat, hey? I mean, we've got 3 cats, but the young one, Mr. Toby Onobi, he tends to demand a fair amount of attention, so it's, you know, it's, as you're working around the house during the day, it's like, don't wake up the cat. Because if you wake up the cat, you gotta deal with the cat. Should be able to find one of those actually. These are really neat. If you ever see one of these, I wish well, no, that's just in here. Little sorting trays. This was, I found this at a dollar store, hey, and it was only $1. And, you know, it's got a little hole here on the end of the plug that you can pull it off, and then you can dump it back into your little containers, hey. You know, nice little sorting trays for little things. Man, I wish I would have bought a bunch of these. I've never been able to find the friggers again. So, because I always dirty mine up with all kinds of crap, eh? And my wife, she likes using hers for beads, you know, and you know, she does some craft stuff, eh? But she doesn't appreciate all the crap that I put in this. So I wish I could find another one. Oh, there's a piece I was working on. There it is. So, morning. Oh, got a big red light here going. Warning. Anyways, got a toothache this morning for some reason. It's a tooth that doesn't have a cavity. Kind of sucks. It's freaking out. I'm gonna have to go see my dentist, which really sucks. I hate going to the dentist. I mean, he's a really nice guy. I kind of feel for the dude, you know. It's kind of hard to be feared all the time, you know what I mean? You know, you want to do good, and meanwhile people are scared to see you. Yeah. Hey, get down up there. You're not allowed up there. You're not allowed up here. You always knock shit down. Don't, just go, get back down. Go, get down. Go knock this stuff down. Come on, get out of the way. There's no room over there. No, just stop the purring. Okay, I'm working on this thing here today. Oh, no, you're not working on this. Get out of here. There's no people over there. No. Come this way and watch, okay? There. That way you can get pets. That way you can still get pets. I've, I don't know if you can see, I got that little springy thingy working to hold the gear sewing. So I've got a little spring coggy thingy on the back here, so that holds it. So when the motor turns, that thing should spin away. Hopefully slower than this. I suppose we could test it. I guess I should get to the point where I should hook up the wires first here before I get too much stuff on there, because big hands, hey, big fingers, it's hard to get in there to do stuff. And these wires are pretty dang small. Okay, got the wires stripped off. I'm just going to use a little battery, watch battery type thingy here. What is this thing? I don't know how many volts it is. 1.5 probably. This thing will probably need 3 volts to run, but oh yeah, cool. That'll be kind of cool. It'll sit there and turn. This has got a slip disc on it so that if it gets caught on something, it won't. I was thinking actually on taking this weird little springy thingy and having it going, or you know, something, I don't know, making a noise. It'll add some character to it. Anyways, cool, so that works.